A turbulent global economy, rising inflation, falling private consumption and slower GDP growth. These are some of the factors that will dictate terms in the upcoming union budget. Hello and welcome to India Today. Today we'll be talking about key announcements that can be expected from Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on February 1. Now there is one factor that trumps all of the above, the general elections. It will be the last full budget of the government before the Lok Sabha elections in 2024. So it's obvious that there are some high expectations this time. While the government will be tempted to announce a booster dose of populism in its budget, its focus will be on balancing the act. One of the announcements could revolve around a local manufacturing push. India's Atmanirbharta or self-reliance will be tested in the wake of a global economic slowdown. In such a scenario, the government will be keen to ramp up local manufacturing to meet domestic demand, reduce imports and attract global investments. But how? Higher allocation towards the production-linked incentive scheme seems to be the obvious option, with reports indicating that the total budget outlay for the scheme will go up by 20 to 30%. The scope of the PLI scheme, which currently covers 14 sectors, could also be extended to other sectors with high employment opportunities. Another could be higher rural and welfare spending. If data from the previous pre-election budgets are anything to go by, higher spending towards rural economic development and welfare schemes may be on the cards. A recent Goldman Sachs report highlighted that more money could be allocated towards welfare and rural spending ahead of the general elections in 2024. Then there is boosting infrastructure. Similar to the previous budget, infrastructure development could feature strongly in the government's roadmap for the next fiscal year. Since infrastructure is a big driver of growth and creates jobs, the government may not shy away from announcing higher allocation this year to tackle growth challenges in FY24. Experts say that the primary focus of the budget will be on job creation and investment-driven growth. Therefore, measures to stimulate infrastructure growth could be one of the highlights of the budget. Then comes focus on a greener economy. With climate change becoming a pressing issue across the world, the government may not hesitate to boost spending towards promoting sustainable energy resources. The government could announce some new schemes and incentives to boost renewable energy resources as the country remains committed to achieving net zero emissions by 2070. And income tax relief for the Aam Aadmi. Experts have asked the government to increase deductions under common sections of the Income Tax Act, including Section 80C and 80D, applicable under the old income tax regime. Revamping tax slabs and lowering tax rates under the optional income tax regime are some other measures that experts and taxpayers have sought. While the government lacks fiscal space to announce major tax reforms, it could offer some incremental benefits to the Aam Aadmi and avoid a sharp consumption slowdown. That's all we have for today. Follow indiatoday.in for more updates from the union budget and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.